G'day fellas. In this video, we're going to be talking about how to hold the Hausa Rush. We're doing this one live on stream. We're waiting for Age of Empires 4 content to drop right now from Gamescom. So we're just doing this in the downtime. Now, I've been receiving a lot of comments asking me about how to actually hold the Hausa Rush. So if you're not familiar with it, essentially, it's 20 units that are hitting you at pretty darn close to about 5 minutes 40, 5 minutes 45, something around there. And so playing up against an opponent here, I can't pronounce his name exactly, but I'm not sure exactly what ranking he is, but I've been grinding up the ladder over the past couple of days. I've been doing this off stream, so at the moment on the ladder, I think I'm rank 14. I've just hit 2k ELO, and I'll post that up on the screen so that you can see it in the video. But we're going to be talking about it now. I don't think that you can actually hold the Hausa Rush with any civilization other than the Hausa or the Ethiopians. I just don't think it's possible. So let's talk a little bit about our opening and the build order that I'm going to be doing, because this isn't the standard Ethiopian build order. Obviously, Ethiopia has been changed quite a lot. So with the Ethiopian build order, obviously, there used to be a card, Jesuit Influence, which was in Age 2. In Age 1, it got moved to Age 2. And you can't really rely on that card anymore. And so what you're going to be doing is doing a little strategy that Azamp came up with. So I can't take the credit for this. I've been using this strategy with a lot of success on the ladder. And the reason why is because it actually gets the cannoneers out very fast without any real consequence to you or to your build order, to your strategy, anything like that. So let's take a look at the deck. So just starting out, so we've got the 3 villagers in Age 1, or Trinity, the first card. The first card that we send upon age up is actually just going to be straight into the 9 cannoneers. Now, sometimes you can send 700 coin before that, but I kind of find it a little bit tight, so it's something best to avoid doing. And the reason that you want to have that coin out is because you're actually going to be making Abuns with them. So the Abun is the unique sort of healer, villager, monk unit that the Ethiopians have got access to. And so that's something that I'm going to be doing in my base. I'm going to be making sure that I've got plenty of those guys, because one of the great things about these guys is that even though they've got a cap of 5 that can be improved to 10, you can train multiple at the same time, and they work exactly the same as a villager. Obviously, you can only use them on gold mines that have got mountain monasteries on, but they're really, really good to invest in. So I picked up some pretty nice treasures so far on this map. If you've been keeping track, I think we found a pretty nice food treasure, a nice wood treasure, and a nice coin treasure as well. So a very good start for us here. If we take a look over at our opponent has sent in the 4 cows. He's doing the 10-10, which is the standard build order here. And he's up at a pretty competitive time. He'll be up before 4 minutes here. And you can see all of his cows are now sitting very comfortably on his livestock market. And he is beginning to transition villagers over to coin, and he's doing that all famous, or that very, very famous build order that we've seen in the most recent tournaments with the Ethiopians and with the Hausa. The Hausa in particular have been quite strong when doing this build order. I think Azam actually played a game, I remember, and he was doing a very similar build order to this one, and the name of his deck was Sorry, It's 2-1, implying, that he was down a game in the series and that he didn't want to have to do this, but he was going to do it anyway. So now dropping a granary down for the opponent. Opponent going to be also picking up 75 food treasures, so not a bad little food treasure for him as well. So we take back a look over at what I'm doing and the way that I'm going to be preventing my opponent from sort of being able to beat me. So going up here, we're going up with the Somalis. So we're not going to be going up with the Sudanese. We're going to be going up with the Somalis. Now, the reason why is because the Sudanese, we're going to be using them at a later point in the game if it ever gets to that point. So let's say it gets to like Age 3 and I'm going to Age 4. Maybe then I'm going to want to use the Sudanese. I need to kind of save them. So that's why we're going up with the Somalis here, because what we're going to be doing is, so when we age up, we're going to be getting the native embassy as well as 400 influence. And that 400 influence is going to be crates on the ground. And then we're going to use that 400 influence that are crates that are on the ground, and we're going to be using that combined with the 100 influence that we've already got to send in the band of Cannoneer mercenaries. So we send this in nice and early. Our enemy coming up at 4 minutes, very, very early age up. They've got a Fang, the tame coyote that's out here and sending out their camp builder, going up with the Songhai, which are pretty much the standard age up here, dropping down 3 houses as well, or 3 huts. Let's take a look back at what we're doing. So this forward, you can see this this forward camp builder is going to be coming out. Probably, I think it comes out about here, somewhere around this region. but now sending in the 10 Desert Warriors from the home city. We're at 426, so very early in the game, and now that watchtower is going to be going down. So then back with me, back on board with the big drong. I'm sending out my native embassy builder. Now the idea with this is I'm sending this out because I want to buy time. So if I put this out in a really bad spot like this, he's going to start sieging it, right? And then because he's sieging it, I'm getting more time. I'm getting time to, you know, potentially sit back and mass up units. And that's exactly what we do. So now sending in the band of Cannoneer mercenaries. Now these guys take 1 minute to come in. So I'm sending them in. These are going to come in right before 6 minutes. So that's where the timing needs to be like really perfect. And that's part of the reason why having this native embassy out the front is really going to help you out. So then behind this, we've still got our 3 cattle. Okay, so you start with 4. I've got 3, so I think I sold 1 at the beginning of the game. And now selling a second one for wood, and going to be finishing our batches of Gascania with these cattle from wood. We take a look back at our opponent, see what they're up to. Opponent now actually failing their shipment. So the Desert Warriors coming back at the home city, or the town center. So should have come forward to this front watchtower. Now doing their big market trade. All of their livestock has been eaten up, and also going to be sending through the Songhai raid. So you can see all of those units are out now. 535. All of his units should be up here and begin sieging this down. Now, obviously, this wasn't executed perfectly by our opponent because obviously the Desert Warriors didn't get sent to the front. But you can see that, you know, by the fact that he would be sieging this down, it's buying me time, and that's okay. That's what I need. So now the Cannoneers have come in. It's 5:51. I've got 10 Gascania out as well as Cannoneers. All I want to do is focus down the cavalry and make sure that the cavalry is dying, and then just keep on kiting with my Cannoneers. That's it. That's the best way to do it. I've got 5 more Gascania in queue. Any more shipments that I get after this will be units. Even this one should probably be units, but I say, you know what? We're going to play it a little bit greedy. Now the push comes in from the opponent, and we're focusing down those all-important cavalry units. We've got all of our Gascania in melee here. Our next batch is coming through. Our explorers in melee as well, just snaring here. And we really want to make sure that our Cannoneers are surviving. A little bit of bad micro right here. And more raiders are now coming in. And just we're doing our best just to try and keep our Gascania alive. A little bit of bad pathing right here around the granary, but that's something that you kind of expect to happen. And now, once again, a little bit of bad micro on my part. I need to be making sure that I'm kiting and using the town center to focus down the raiders as well. So once your mass of Gascanias starts to drop, then you can use your town center. He starts to try and focus down villagers right here. We're going to just put them into the town center before they die. Hopefully. Wake up, Drongo. All right, there we go. That was pretty decent. And then with the town center focusing down the last raiders and the explorer as well. And at this point, the opponent just simply calls good game because his all-in rush has been completely defeated. There's not a lot that he can do. And that's how you hold the House of Rush with the Ethiopians. This build order was, you know, developed by Azamk. It was something that you know, he worked on for a long time, and it's great to see it actually working, actually holding against one of the best rushes in the game. So I hope that you guys have enjoyed this video. If you have, make sure you leave a like, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.